work with properties, files, and placeholders. Ability to work with property, files, and placeholder. We already completed this feature also, guys. Come on, my dear. Other day we discussed about properties file, context colon property placeholder tag, @ property source tag, @ value annotation. Inside value annotation, we have taken the support of what? A placeholder, $flower bracket. Come on. Support for event handling, still not completed. Ability for event support for internationalization, still not completed. Tell me. Ability to stop and close IOC container. Array, at the end of the application, we are able to call close method. We are able to call close method, boss. ctx.close method. Yes, boss. Support to work with annotation. Already we have seen. We are enjoying that part. In Bean Factory container, there is no support to work with annotations, boss. Okay. One major feature that is still need to be discussed is what? Internationalization. In shortcut, that is called I-18N. Why? The word internationalization is having total 20 letters. In shortcut, every time we cannot write 20 letters now, boss. In shortcut, it will be written as what? I-18 letters N. So that is called internationalization. Internationalization. Getting my point? The difference between Bean Factory container and application context container is very popular question. For that reason only, I am giving what? Additional features that are there in application context container. Super, guys. So shall we start understanding what is I-18N, boss? Okay, I'll ask one small question before going to technicalities, boss. Before going to technicalities, I'll ask one small question. Look at the Google, guys. Look at the google.com homepage. If I, by default English, na? If I select Telugu, majority labels will come in Telugu. If I select Hindi, majority labels will come in Hindi. So that means google.com is making its home page. Google.com making its home page ready to work for multiple domains or not. Multiple locales or not. Locale means language plus country. It is making its application ready to work for multiple languages, multiple countries. Why, sir? Because of that, reach will be increased or not? Ability of utilizing application will be increased or not? Telugu people, Hindi people, different language people can happily use this application. Think about Amazon.com is there. Amazon.com is there supporting what? Internationalization. Tell me, not only English speaking people, non-English speaking people also can do product purchases or not? If you look at the Google Maps, guys, you will get the location names in English, in Telugu both. So that non-English speaking people also can read the directions given by Google Maps, right? So scope of application utilization will increase. Customer base will be increased. What is required, guys? That is life now, boss. Develop application once and make it in I-18 enabled application. So you can do business with what? Different locale customers. Locale means language plus country. Different language speaking customers. Okay, guys. Different language speaking customers and different countries based customers. And nowadays, your mobile operating systems also coming in your local languages, right? Chinese people, Korean people, they don't use English as their message operating system user interface, guys. They use their local languages, right? Russians also use their local languages. It does not mean there we cannot get user interface in English. We can also get in English. They give provision to get in different places. They give provision to get in different places. Are you understanding my statement, guys? In English, okay, in English, I'm feeling lucky. In Hindi, what you guys? आज मेरी किस्मत अच्छी है. Is it not interesting, Babu? Okay, in Telugu, నేను అదృష్టశాలి. Adrushta means like it's luck. Okay, Kannada, Telugu nearby, boss. Nanu అదృష్టశాలి. And Marathi, I think me Bhagyavan, right? Hey, here you can type in only one language, guys. It's not like that you cannot type. Yeah, see, here you can, here we are getting a keyboard. Here we are getting the keyboard and you can type it or you can type it, your choice. But I know Hindi, I can speak Hindi. I watch Hindi movies. I can read Hindi. Okay. I have good command over Hindi. Please. I request every North Indian to come out of psychological feelings. South Indians don't speak Hindi. Okay. We know Hindi, but we don't prefer speaking Hindi because we are comfortable in our mother tongue. We are very much comfortable in mother tongue, right? How you are comfortable in your Bhojpuri, how you are comfortable in your Marathi, we are comfortable in our mother tongue. Is that clear? Okay. So please come out of the psychological feeling. South Indians cannot speak Hindi, don't know Hindi. We know Hindi, but we are not comfortable to speak like our mother tongue. Super. Shall we get into the discussion? Okay, guys. Now tell me, in the word internationalization, there are 20 letters. So we can write in shortcut as I-18N. I-18 letters N, boss. I-18 letters N. Making our application working for different locales is called applying I-18N on the application. Locale means language plus country. Example, EN US, English as it speaks in USA. FR, French as it speaks in France. HIN, Hindi as it speaks in India. FRCA, French as it speaks in Canada. Sir, what do you mean by as it speaks? Array, though it is English, UK English is different from American English. American English is different from Australian English. Yeah, I'm talking about those variants. I'm talking about those variants, nothing great. Array, look at Hindi, boss. Look at Hindi. Within India, there are varieties of Hindi accent, na boss. Varieties of Hindi accents, right? Bihari Hindi is different. UP Hindi is different. Okay. Bombay Hindi is little bit different. And Hyderabad Hindi can be identified anywhere. Aisa no na, boss. In Hyderabad Hindi, we use those words which are not there in Hindi. We use those words which are not there in Hindi, boss. Okay. Kaiku. It's a mix of Urdu, right? Nakko. Kaiku, Nakko. Aisa no na? Is that clear, guys? Understanding my statement? Rajendra, can you concentrate on the... Right, guys. So based on this, they have given this thing. And French is there in different countries, boss. In Canada also French domination is there. Spanish domination is there in multiple countries. So that's the reason I said, I said, as it speaks in Canada. While enabling I-18N on the application, we need to take care of, number one, presentation labels. Based on the country or language we choose, label should change. Label should change. Number formats. Hey, why now? What happened to number formats, sir? For example, you take Indian, boss. We talk about units, tens, hundreds, thousands, lakhs, and crore. For us, crore is the biggest value, right? But if you look at the US system, the way we keep commas are different. Units, tens, hundreds, thousands, lakhs are there? No. Millions, billion, trillion, etc. Date formats. Hey, Indian style, DD, 4 wise. US style, DD 4 wise, right? Currency symbols. Okay, US dollar, Singapore dollar, Indian rupee, Pakistani rupee. Aisa no na. China yuan symbol, currency symbols, guys. Time formats also may be different, guys. Time formats also may be different, right, boss? So one thing is very clear. Internationalization purely deals with what? Presentation. Purely deals with what? Presentation. It really does not deal with what? It really does not deal with what? It really does not deal with what? Business logics and other logic guides. Purely presentation part. Super, guys. Tell me. By enabling I-18N on the application, we can make more end users utilizing our application by choosing appropriate locale. Once end user chooses certain locale, all presentation content will be displayed according to that locale. Before I launch Amazon app, I will ask him to choose language, or I will ask him to choose country plus language, guys. Okay, once he has chosen Hindi India, everything comes according to Hindi India. Suppose he has chosen Telugu India, everything comes according to Telugu India. He has chosen French France, everything comes according to French. Especially it is very useful for e-commerce applications, or not. Especially who are doing business with international customers. Right? Okay, guys. In Spring's application context container gives direct support to work with internationalization. So you need not to do much things, guys. There is a built-in support from application context container. You provide the basic information, guys. That's enough. Everything will be taken care by what? Spring application context container. For I-18 and presentation labels, guys. For I-18 and presentation label, that means first feature, boss. Okay. For I-18 and presentation labels, we need to do three things, guys. Number one, we need to take multiple property files on one per locale basis, including one base file. Check it out. Info.properties base file. Info_hi_in.properties. This is for Hindi locale. fr_fr.property for French locale. Right now, boss. de_de.property for German locale. Okay, this is base file, guys. What do you mean by base file, guys? If no matching locale specific property file is found, okay, this will be taken as the default properties file. Suppose I asked, Array, give me messages from Chinese language. Any property file related to Chinese language, guys? Is there any property file related to Chinese language which I have taken here? Not there. Then not there, na, that's why it will go to base property file. That's why it automatically picks up and uses base property file. Yes, na boss. If no matching property file is found for the given locale, base property file will be picked up. All property files should have same keys with the different values, right? Same keys with the different values. Understanding my statement? No, yaar, country codes are fixed, guys. If you don't want to follow, leave it. But if you want to follow, you can take it. See, country code, it is not G, it is DEU only. For German, they have used DEU only. That's the standard wording. Now listen, guys, what is the key here? Wish dot message, wish dot message, wish dot message, wish dot message. In all places, same key is there, na boss? Same key is there, right? Okay, with the different values. It is having English message. Okay, this is Unicode character representing Hindi, boss. Values are different. Unicode character representing Hindi. Are you getting my point? This is in French language. This is in German language. Sir, I don't know all these languages, how to get them. Don't worry. In Google, we have a product called Google Translate. In Google, we have a product called Google Translate, right? In Google, we have a product called Google Translate. Select English, boss. Yeah, there is a product called Google Translate. Okay, here you take good morning, boss. Here you take good morning. In German, it is Guten Morgen. In Hindi, Subh Prabhat. When you copy paste Hindi letters, you won't get Hindi as it is. You will get Unicode characters like this. You will get Unicode characters like this. Because Hindi cannot be written using English, right now, boss? Hindi cannot be written using English. Here is French. Here we have lot of languages, guys. Here we have lot of languages. You go to German, guys. German. Guten Morgen. You take Italian. This one. You take Malayalam. It is coming in Malayalam. You take Telugu. Subodayam. So you need not to mug up anything, Ra Babu. You can happily collect from where, guys? You can happily collect from where, guys? Google Translate product. Google Translate. Copy, paste. Copy, paste. Super na, boss? Yeah, these are the 3 rules that we have to remember. What is the number 1 rule? You have to take multiple properties file for multiple locales on 1 per locale basis, including 1 base file. Generally, base file contains what? English. Because most of the people likes English, boss. Okay, English level. In all property files, same keys, different values. These different values you can collect from Google Translate product. The base property file name must be continued in locale specific property file names. Info. This is the base file name now. It is continued everywhere. The base property file name must be continued in locale specific property file name. Locale words are extra, guys. Locale words are extra, but the base file name should be continued. Yes, guys. If we give if given locale specific property file is not found, then the base property file content will be used. So we generally place English labels in base property file. Clear, guys? That's why English. We can get messages of different languages by taking the support of Google Translate tool. It's a Google product. It's a Google product, guys. Just now we have seen now, boss. Okay, this is the step number 1, guys. We have to prepare the properties file like this. We have to prepare the properties file like this. Shall I complete this work first, guys? Can I complete this work first? One biggest job task will be completed now, boss. This is the major task, guys. This is the major task. 6.4 launch. Bean factory container does not support internationalization because it's a basic container. Basic container performing basic injection activities. Any advanced features, we have to go for application context container. That's the reason we don't prefer working with application context container. We always prefer working, we don't prefer working with bean factory container. We always prefer working with application context container. Maven project, my dear. Next, guys. I hope everyone settled in Maven. Okay, guys. Quick start. Quick start. Maven hyphen archetype hyphen quick start. Say next. IOC pros 10. IOC pros 10. Come on, guys. IOC pros 10. What is there? I18N. I18N. What's the default package, guys? com.nt.client. Default package is com.nt.client. Go to pom.xml first, guys. Basic jars are enough. Regular Spring jars are sufficient. Change Java version. These are given already. Okay, 17 is the maximum that is supported in this version. Okay, change it, perform Maven update, right? Perform Maven update. That's the one thing. Go to pom.xml, guys. Add one dependency. What is that? Spring context support. Add one dependency. What is that? Spring context support. From which website? mvnrepository.com. There's the main jar file, guys. It will take care of all the dependent jar files. Latest version. Yes. Copy this. Selected. Paste. Jars have come. Nice, boss. Next, let's take one package to keep all these properties file. Any name we can give this package. Generally, for properties file, we take commons as the package name. Any name we can give, it's up to you. Okay, file name also your choice, guys, but the same file name should be there everywhere. Info.properties. You may take other names also, it's your wish. But extension should be .properties. Must be .properties. Comments. How to write comments in properties file? Hash symbol. Base file English labels. English labels. Tell me. Nothing is fixed, guys. Key is my choice. I'm taking wish.message. You don't like this MSG, you can take. You want 3 words in the key, you can take it. Here is my what? Good morning. Okay. File. File save as info underscore hi underscore in dot properties. Hindi locale file. Hindi locale file. Yeah, but we don't know how to write Hindi letters using English labels, English letters. You don't worry. Java is based on Unicode characters. That means go to Google Translator. Here you select the Hindi. In the destination, you select the Hindi. Okay, guys. Subh Prabhat. Subh Prabhat. There is option to copy, guys. Copy. Right. Save paste. See, automatically Unicode numbers are coming now, boss. These are internally Hindi letters. These are internally Hindi letters. You need not to do anything. Eclipse will take care of generating those Unicode characters. Java supports Unicode characters means when you give Unicode numbers also, Java recognizes them. Java recognizes them. Credit should be given to Eclipse. You place outside Notepad, they will come as it is. But you place here, you will get Unicode characters automatically. So please appreciate Eclipse here. DE underscore DE dot properties. German locale. German locale, guys. What is there in German language, guys? German locale. German locale. Right click, copy. Guten Morgen. Yeah, that is in English only, no problem. Okay, I will take one extra file, don't worry. For your, I'll take one more Indian language, guys. DE underscore DE dot properties. Next one. FR underscore FR. French. French locale file. French locale file, guys. You never used this Google Translate tool? You never used Google Translate tool? At least girls might be aware of this. If not boys, because generally girls think differently while celebrating birthday. Girls think differently while celebrating birthday, right? Okay, long back, people have used on me. I think that time Google was very new to the market, long back, boss. Very new. I was not that much aware of this product called Google Translate. Okay, one person wished me in 23 languages. One person wished me in 23 languages on my birthday. Okay, I was surprised. Oh, great kind of thing. Later secret came out. Okay, that's why I asked. You have never used this weapon. Now use it. Next time use it. Okay. Acha. Right, boss. Yeah. Info underscore FR underscore FR dot properties, guys. File save as. Okay. I will choose one more language, guys. Bhojpuri is not official language. Sorry. I cannot talk about Bhojpuri. Okay. I think Bihari also officially not there. So let's take some other language which cannot be written in English. Cannot be language which cannot be written in English. Okay, let's go for Let's go for Telugu because I belongs to Telugu community. P_in dot proper. Hey, not fixed, guys. You can take some other words also. Yes, guys. Telugu locale file. Sometimes Telugu, one South Indian language I have taken. Telugu. Copy this. It is also Unicode numbers, boss. Unicode will come. Yeah, that's the first step, guys. What's the second step, guys? You have to configure this properties file, guys. You have to configure this properties file in application context.xml by taking fixed bean ID. Why fixed bean ID? I'll explain in a moment, guys. Why fixed bean ID? I will explain in a moment. Marathi is same as Hindi, na boss. What's the use? Marathi is same as Hindi. Hindi script, Marathi script, same. Pronunciation wise, same, different. Yeah, listen, guys, we have to configure in application context.xml. What is there? Resource bundle message source. Resource bundle, nothing but properties file, message source. You have to give, first time I'm telling you have to give fixed bean ID. You cannot give other than this. You must give fixed bean ID. I'll explain the reason later. And here you have to specify the base property file name. No need of giving dot properties also. Base property package name and file name. Only base file name is sufficient. Only base file name is sufficient. Okay, where, guys? Okay, take a package, new com.nt.cfgs. com.nt.cfgs. Right click, guys. Others, Spring Bean configuration file. What is this? Application context.x. Say next. Beans namespace. I need one more thing. Context namespace. Say next. Say finish. Beans namespace. I need one more thing. Context namespace. Bean ID is equal to message source. Class is equal to resource bundle message source. Resource bundle message source, guys. Tell me here. Property name. Property name. Base name. Base name. Value is equal to. Or I'm doing setter injection. By using property tag, I'm doing setter injection. Base name value is equal to com/nt/commons/info. Commons/info. Here we are providing base property file. No need of giving dot properties, no need of configuring all locale specific property files. Base name is sufficient. Base name is sufficient. This is the second thing, guys. Super. Now listen, I am not going to take any other Spring Beans, guys. Okay, now let's develop the client application. Let us develop the client application, boss. Class. Alexa, activate balcony central light. Okay. Spring I18N test. Spring I18N test, guys. Yeah, which container I should use? Bean Factory or application context? Can I get the support of internationalization using Bean Factory? Create IOC container, guys. Application context. CTX is equal to class path application context. CTX is equal to new class path XML application context, guys. Class path XML application context. Here is what? com/nt/cfz/ application context dot x application context dot xml semicolon. Next, guys, get Spring Bean class object. Get Spring Bean class object. Array, right now there are no Spring Beans, Bob. I have to get the message. Listen. I have to get the message based on the local object we passed, guys. Tell me. Okay, gather country and language code from end user. Language code from end user. No, listen. Language codes from end user. First, listen. Here, no Spring Beans, guys. We try to get the messages directly from the properties file by submitting the key by calling ctx.getMessage method. Today, no need of getBean method. Why? We are not looking to get Spring Bean class object. We are looking to get what? Message from properties file. Clear, guys? Wait a minute. Codes from end user, guys. End user. Tell me, guys. String lang code is equal to scanner SC is equal to new scanner of system.in. Lang SC dot next int. Okay, I'm asking language. Acha, language code. SC dot next of. Here I should ask what, guys? Enter language code. Enter language code. Tell me. Next, enter country code, guys. Enter country code. Where is this country code, guys? Super. SC dot next. Country code. Tell me, boss. Prepare local object. Listen, guys. Prepare local object. Java dot util dot local object having language code and country code. Local is equal to new locale of lang code and country code. Yeah, we are ready with local object, boss. We are ready with local object. Local is equal to new locale of lang code plus country code. Lang code plus country code. It's a predefined class, guys. It's a predefined class. By taking language code and country code, it will be ready. Now listen. By submitting bean ID, if you want to get Spring Bean class object, get bean method. By submitting key and locale object. By submitting key and locale object. If you want to get message from locale specific properties file, if you want to get message from locale specific properties file, we have to use the get message method. Get message method, right now, boss. Get message from locale specific properties file. locale specific properties. Locale is equal to ctx dot get bean, guys. Locale is equal to ctx dot get bean, guys. Ctx dot get bean, guys. Tell me, what is the key, guys? Wish dot message. Wish dot message. Actually, it is not get message, guys. Okay, it is not get bean, guys. It's a get message. CTX, 1 minute. This is also, this gives me string, boss. String message is equal to. String message is equal to. CTX dot get message. Now listen. It's a 4-parameter method, guys. It's a 4-parameter method. Get message is 4-parameter method. Are you understanding my statement? 3-parameter method is there, 4-parameter method is there. Okay, we'll object array. Okay, right now I don't want to pass anything, boss. I am passing empty array. New object array, empty flower bracket, close. This is to supply argument values to message. Right now I don't want to pass any argument value. That's why no message. And I'm passing locale object. I'm passing locale object. Tell me, based on this key and locale object, it will pick up the properties file and gets the message. Suppose this is the key. Locale object is pointing to HIIN. It will collect the message from Hindi properties file. Suppose this is the key. Locale object is pointing to TEIN. It will collect the message from Telugu properties file. Are you understanding my statement? Suppose this is the key. This is the key. This is pointing to FR. It will collect the message from, what is that? French properties file. This is the key. I have given X and Y. Language code is X, country code is Y. Language code is X, country code is Y. Then no matching property file, guys. Is there any X underscore Y dot properties file, guys? No. That's why it will go to base property file. What is base property file, guys? English. Where English labels are there, that is base properties file. Is it interesting or not, guys? Close contact. CTX dot. So far we worked with the get bean method, guys. Now I am working with the get message method. I am working with the get message method. Let's run the application, boss. Java application. It will ask me country code first. T. It will ask me language code T, country code IN. Country code IN. Yeah, it's actually my mistake. I read the message, but did I display the message, guys? Sys out message. Did I display the message, guys? I'm excited, boss. Yeah, country language code IN. Country code IN. Subhu Prabhat. Kema, not Kema. Java is based on Unicode character. Java is based on Unicode character. It is pruda, not pruda, guys. It is pruda, not pruda. Super, guys. Next, guys. Enter language code FR. Country code FR. Bonjour. Bonjour is coming or not? Enter language code. Country code IN. Subhodayam, it is coming or not? Okay. Enter X, Y. Good morning. It's coming or not? Array, it is collecting the messages from base properties file. It is collecting the message from base properties file. How can we take country code dynamically and language code dynamically? How does it take, Babu? Sachin, what is explain, boss? What is your question? Line number 24. Very simple, guys. ctx.getMessage method takes this key, takes this local object. Okay. Local object is having what? Language plus country code, right? Language plus country code. Okay, guys. Now listen. Language plus country code. Suppose language code is TE, country code is IN. Then it looks for what? Hindi, Telugu's local specific properties file. Goes to that property file if it is available, submits this key. Goes to that property file and submits this key. Submits this key, guys. Submits this key and gets the value and stores into this variable. I am printing that way. Now listen. Why this empty? Object array is empty. Array in the messages, we can keep some floor bracket like this, guys. In the messages, there is a provision to place arguments. There is a provision to place arguments like this. Floor bracket 0, floor bracket 1 kind of thing. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Sai Chaudhary. Without, it is a standalone application. Okay, if you don't give the input, how does it will take the dynamically? Tell me. Yeah, messages can have arguments like this, guys. This is the message and argument. These arguments can be passed. These arguments can be passed from here. Suppose I decided to pass hello. That argument value as hello, right? Now listen, you run the application. Messages, you want to have some arguments. What is in which message I passed the argument, guys? Tell me. German, right? Now have a look, guys. If you want to pass additional argument, B. Tell me, hello is coming now, boss. Hello passed from object array is coming now. But I am not interested to pass such arguments, guys. I am happy what message I am getting. So when no arguments are there, so here also you can pass what? Here also you can pass what? Empty array or not. If arguments are there, you can pass messages. When you don't want to have arguments, you can pass empty array over here or not. Empty array over here or not. Okay, guys. Like this, 4 arguments can be there in each message. So here also we can have 4 elements. But right now I don't want to work with any arguments in the messages. That's why empty. That's why empty. That's why empty, boss. Okay, array. Property file message is fixed and something you want to pass from application dynamically. That time this object array is helpful. For example, you want to say, good morning, Raja. Good morning, Raja. When it is possible, if argument is there in the message. If argument is there in the message, right now, boss? But in every message, argument should be there. Here also, floor bracket 0. So that what happens? Raja will be collected from the application. This will be the fixed message. Subhu Prabhat Raja, good morning Raja, Guten Morgen Raja, Bonjour Raja. So like this, we can have additional arguments in the messages. Okay, that's up to you guys. Taking argument or not taking argument is your choice. If you take arguments, you have a provision to pass those argument values. Right now, I'm not interested to pass any argument. That's why empty argument. This array is taken as empty array. This array is taken as empty array. Clear, my dear? Super. So, Raj, if you want to display Raja in Hindi, not possible. You have to keep in the properties file only. Appended text is always string text. Appended text is always string text. No, you want to get Raja in Hindi, you have to write Unicode characters, boss. That's the only option. Okay, Tirupati Reddy, based on the data you give in locale object, it is picking up the properties file. Though there are 4 or 5 property file, how it is looking the correct property file? Because what country code and language code I am giving, that is stored into locale object, and locale object is passed here. Tirupati Reddy, you are not focusing, my dear. I think it's a basic observation. Country code, language code, we are collecting from end user. We are keeping in locale object, and we are passing that locale object here, right? That needs basic observation, Tirupati Reddy. I'm feeling shame when you ask this question. Yeah, Oracle also same Unicode characters and everything in Unicode characters. Everyone getting my point? Look at this one. In client application, we need to call ctx.getMessage method by passing key and locale object. Check it out. Locale is equal to new locale fr. Wish message dot locale object. Wish message dot locale object. Right now, boss? Okay. It will submit the key. It will submit the locale object and get the message from the properties file that is picked up based on the locale object. That is picked up based on the locale object. Yes, na boss? Nah. This internally called ctx.getBean method, which is having fixed bean ID. Check it out. Which is having fixed bean ID. That's why same bean ID we have to take for the Spring Bean that we configured in XML file now, boss. Bhavesh Arode, in which order it is expecting country code and language code. In the same order you have to pass now. Can you use your common sense, my dear? Can you use your common sense? It is expecting language code first and country code next, and you have to pass the same order. I don't know why you are thinking in a wrong manner. Locale class constructor is designed by me, or locale class constructor is given by you, given by some predefined people, right? So in which order it is expecting, in the same order you have to pass. Right, boss. So locale object is expecting both language code and country code, guys. Sorry, you have to pass both. You have to pass both. Okay, now listen. This get message is internally calling ctx.getBean to get access to this Spring Bean to get the name and location of the base property file. ctx.getKeys, get message is internally calling getBean with a fixed bean ID. That's why same bean ID we have to give to this Spring Bean class or not. You don't want to believe me? Okay, just a minute. You say F3, guys. You will get the source code of this, right? Okay. Again say F3. Again say F3. Again say open implementation, guys. Open implementation. Open implementation. Somewhere that fixed bean ID will be there. Somewhere that fixed bean ID will be there, guys. If you observe very carefully, the bean ID will be fixed. The bean ID will be fixed in the code, guys. Control F. Okay, Control F. Message source. Wait a minute. Message source. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Message source bean name. Message source. Is there now, boss? Fixed bean ID. And if you look at this constant, guys. If you look at this constant, that constant is used in multiple places. Yes, look at this. Contains local bean. bean factory dot get bean message source bean name. That is internally holding message source na boss. That is internally holding message source na. So that means ctx dot get bean message is internally calling ctx dot get bean method with fixed bean id to get the name and location of the property file that is configured. Base property file that is configured. So we should also give same bean ID. We should also give same bean ID. Okay, for the spring bean that we configure or not. Because are we directly calling ctx.getBean method? No. It is internally called by ctx.getMessage method. When it is internally called with fixed bean ID, we are supposed to keep the spring bean with the same bean ID or not? We are supposed to keep the spring bean with the same bean ID or not? Everyone getting my point, guys? So that's the reason we have to give fixed bean ID. ctx.getMessage internally call ctx.getBean with bean ID, fixed bean ID, to get access to the spring bean class object, to know the name and location of the base properties file. So it will get the base property file na, based on the local object data. It will add extra prefixes te underscore in. Then it start looking for that properties file. Then it start looking for that properties file. Are you understanding my statement? And goes to that property file, submit this key, gets the value. Submit this key, gets the value. Look at the flow, guys. Yeah, you called ctx.getBean method. Super. B, that is internally calling ctx.getBean message source object. C, by going to spring bean configuration file, gets the name and location of the base properties file. Up to info we got. D, it will collect the data from local object, FR. Already info is gathered, right? So it will search for what? Info underscore FR dot properties file. Location plus info underscore FR dot properties file. Getting my point there, guys? Super. That is D. Next, E. It goes to that properties file. In this property file, it will submit the key na, boss. Get wish message key, right? Get wish message key is submitted. Okay. That key related value is gathered. Understanding my statement? And stored into MSG variable. When you say system.out.println MSG, that will be printed on the monitor or not? System.out.println MSG, that will be printed on the monitor or not? Right now, what is the local object data? FR. So FR related information will be printed. What is the message it will be printed, guys? Bonjour will be printed. Come on. Bonjour will be printed. If local object data is different message will be printed. I hope you understood, guys. Why I'm giving fixed bean ID? Did you understand? We are not directly calling ctx.getBean. Get message method is internally calling getBean with a fixed bean ID. So that same bean ID we have to give to spring bean. This class or not? This spring bean or not? Come on. Yeah, this is the procedure, guys. Maven project, change version, add dependency, create packages, add properties files, configure properties files. This is fixed bean ID, right? This is fixed bean ID. In the client application, this is the application. Language code, country code, locale object, printing the message. Okay. Yeah, listen, whatever country code, language code you are giving, they must match with the country code and language code that we have taken for properties, right? Okay. Arcs, no arcs. Flower bracket 0, flower bracket 1 are taken in the properties files. So empty. So the empty object array is passed. Is passed here. So the empty object array is passed. So end of the application. So what I do is I'll give 1-2 screenshots by running the application. I'll try to give 1-2 screenshot by running the application. TEIN Subodhayan. This is the screenshot one. Right. Screenshot 2. Language code Hindi, IN country code. Subh Prabhat. This is screenshot 2. What is the one I should highlight? This is the one I should highlight. This is the one I should. Yes, na boss? Okay. What is the conclusion? ctx.getBean method is given to get the Spring Bean class object reference based on the given bean ID. ctx.getMessage method is given to get okay guys, tell me to get message from locale specific properties file based on the given key and locale object data. Locale object data. Locale object data. Super guys. Very popular interview question guys. What is the difference between bean factory container and application context container? Application context container is bean factory container plus plus. Small circle is bean factory and application context container is surrounded with it is surrounding the bean factory container. That means every feature of bean factory is there in application context container plus extra features, right? Plus extra features, guys. Shall we see that? It is basic IOC container or Spring container. It is advanced IOC container and Spring container. Everyone understanding? Super. It's a basic one, it's advanced. Does not support pre-instantiation or eager instantiation of singleton scope Spring Bean. It basically performs lazy instantiation of Spring Bean. Every Spring Bean will be created on demand basis lately, na boss. Every Spring Bean class object will be created on demand basis lately. Supports pre-instantiation or eager instantiation of singleton scope Spring Beans. Pre-instantiation or eager instantiation of singleton scope Spring Beans. Is that clear, guys? Super, guys. No direct support for properties file and placeholders. There is no direct support for properties file and placeholder. Supports. Just now we have seen. Does not support IIT Indian. Supports internationalization. Does not allow to stop or close the IOC container. Allows us to stop or close the IOC container explicitly. While working with the bean factory container, there is no close method, there is no stop method, guys. Does not support event handling on IOC container. Supports event handling on IOC container. We can keep track of when IOC container is started and stopped. In future, we are going to see this feature. Does not give support for annotation-driven programming. Gives support for annotation-driven programming. We can happily enjoy annotation-driven programming or not. Using this container, we can develop only XML-driven configuration-based Spring applications. XML-driven configuration-based Spring application. Using this IOC container, we can develop XML-driven configuration, annotation-driven configuration, 100% code-driven configuration, and Spring Boot application. XML, annotation, 100% code, and Spring Boot application. In Spring Boot application also, we use application context container role. Takes less memory in container creation process because it is loaded with less number of features. Take more memory in IOC container creation because it loaded with more features. We need to give Spring Bean configuration file to Bean Factory to Bean Factory IOC container as the resource object. Directly you cannot pass, guys. You have to pass in the form of resource object. We have to keep in the resource object, you have to pass. In internationalized application, to the ctx.getMessage method, are we passing country code and language code directly or in the form of local object? Are we passing country code and language code directly or in the form of local object? In the form of local object, na boss. Similarly, in Bean Factory IOC container, you need to pass Spring Bean configuration file and file name and location in the form of resource object. We can use Spring Bean configuration file to application context IOC container as direct string value. As directly string value. Are you understanding my statement? As directly string value. As directly string value. Everyone, guys, I hope you enjoyed all these differences. I hope all these differences you enjoyed. I hope my notes is very useful, guys. When you read the notes, are you getting the feeling you are listening class one more time? Say something, Ra Babu. Vaishnavi madam, your ID is having issue while opening pom.xml. So that means change the location of installation and try again. Reinstall Eclipse ID. Reinstall Eclipse ID. Okay, guys. Ranjit, total 60-65 sessions will come. Total 60-65 sessions will come. So don't do any drama, please. Okay. They don't show Spring option. What can I do, sir? Please help me. Okay, listen. If you are using the latest version of STS plugin, they are not showing Spring option. That's right. So I already said, If that option is not coming, use the old technique to create the Spring Bean configuration file. Use the old technique by using Spring Bean to create Spring Bean configuration file. Copy paste from internet. Copy paste from previous projects. I already cleared that statement. That is a problem from IDE itself. Yeah, few more topics are there, guys. Okay. Few more topics are there in today's discussion. I will cover them in tomorrow's session. Then we will move to the next topic. Right. Yeah, even this knowledge is also not required to attend 7 a.m. course, because in 7 a.m. again Spring Basics will be taught. I mean to say Spring Core will be taught, then Spring Boot, then microservices. You can attend that course and this course parallel. Super. Chandan Kumar, Spring Bean configuration file is not shown. Create manually in old style. Create manually in old style. No bean named FVKT available. Maybe you are not configuring using @ component on the top of the class, or you forgot to add component scanning. You forgot to add component scanning. Sanku Jade, please check it out. That. Okay, morning 7 a.m., evening 7:30 p.m. It is always Spring Boot and microservice batch, guys. End to end. Kushmittal, what is your question? Kushmittal. He is not working, however, file system is working. It will work when you don't, in class path XML application context, there is no need of giving SRC. You remove SRC, give the remaining location, it will work. Kushmittal. Okay, guys. Right, boss. Arshit Chaurasia. Okay, microservices is part of Spring Boot microservices course, which is 7 a.m. batch. In this batch, only Spring is there. Okay, guys. Raz, 7 a.m. batch, no password. Until demo classes are happening, no password. Once link is changed, password will be given. This batch students, even though you are not attending this batch, you can come and attend morning sessions. Why? Because morning session again starts with the Spring Core. Again starts with the Spring Basics. Again starts with the Spring Basics. The course title is Spring Basics, Spring Boot and microservices. Clear? Right, boss. Ankit, we are just in first module, Ra Babu. Another 5 modules are there to enter. Spring Core module is the biggest module and remaining modules are small modules. So we have to spend time. Another 3-4 sessions will be there in core module. Then we will move to Spring JDBC. Okay, before I launch Spring JDBC, make sure that you are having plain JDBC knowledge. Thank you, guys. Have a nice time. We'll meet tomorrow.